Okay, so I'll be taking you on a quick tutorial on how to connect Kabibot to your Binance account. So how to connect Kabibot to your Binance account. So the first thing you do is to open your Binance application. Once you open the application, you want to click on the hamburger button and click on services, and you keep going down. So from there you click on, let's say, API management, and the next thing is to create API. You'll be given various options. You can create API, you see create API, delete all API. Always ensure to click on the checkbox to ensure that you have access to your API keys on your master account and sub accounts. So I said if you create API, it will give you two options: a system generated API or self generated API. You click on system generated API, and the next thing you want to do is to name your API. I'll name my own Kabi Trade. It's important you name your API also. Then of course it verifies that you are the person through the passkey. Now I prefer to use passkey because it gives me access to biometrics authentication, so it verifies that I'm the one. And then the next thing you want to do is to remember, all this you are doing is on Binance, so you want to verify. You want to be ensure that everything is secured. You tap to verify, and once you tap to verify, it shows that your API key has been created. That's the API key. Once the API key has been created, that's for Kabibot Trade. It gives you the API key, it gives you the secret key. Then the next thing you do is to copy the API key. And I go to web.kabibot.com, go to overview, and then look at my automation, personal automation. And remember, you want to create credentials. Once you create credential, we're looking at Binance as your platform. Now from this place, you'll be able to see the required permissions for valid API connection. The things you need to enable: you have to enable reading, enable futures, enable spots and margin trading, permit universal transfer. Those are the things that is required for you to enable on the Binance platform when connecting Kabibot with Binance. So you name the platform you're using is when creating your credential is Binance. The name is Kabibot Trade. So what you do is to go back to Binance and copy your API key. And once you copy your API key, is to paste it in Kabibot. Then you go back again and copy your secret key, and you also paste it in Kabibot. Remember, you are going to web.kabibot.com. So the next thing you do is to copy the IP address in Kabibot. When you copy your IP address in Kabibot, now you will now go to the IP access restriction in Binance. Now remember, you have to change it that you now click on restrict access to trusted APIs. You will click on restrict access to trusted APIs only. That's in Binance. And then when you click on restrict access to trusted APIs, so the API address you copied from Kabibot, you paste it inside this IP, trusted IPs in Binance. You paste it and you confirm. That's the first one. You go again, copy the second IP address, you paste it, copy the third IP address, you paste it, copy the fourth IP address, you paste it, and the last IP address you copy it in Kabibot and paste it in Binance. Once you do that, you also have to ensure that you give access to some of the restrictions that I spoke about earlier. You have to enable spot and margin trading. Then you have to permit universal transfer. You have to enable those two things in Binance so that you can have access. So once you give access to this, you verify with your passkey. Once you verify with your passkey, then you see where they say API success. Go back to your Kabibot and submit. You submit the credentials you have created. So in this way now, you have successfully linked Kabibot to your Binance application. If you have any questions or comments, kindly drop it under this post and we'll be attending to it.